Hey, John Sonmez from SimpleProgrammer.com, and I've got a question for you. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where something seems really, really difficult and you just cannot seem to succeed at it? Well, if you have, I've got the solution for you coming up next. So we've all been in that situation before, right? Where we're trying to do something that's really difficult. It seems impossibly hard to us. And, most of the time, to be honest, we just give up. We just think it's too hard. We give up. We go another way. But, I've been in that situation a lot of times in my life, and I have given up many times before, but I've also not given up. I'm kind of a stubborn guy, and I don't like to give up very easily. So I'll just kind of keep on banging my head against the wall until the wall breaks. And you know what's really interesting about that is sometimes the wall does break, which is something that I think a lot of people don't really understand, or they don't think about, which is that if you keep trying, you will eventually succeed. But one of the key ways to be able to keep trying and to eventually succeed when you do is by changing your belief. What tends to be true about reality is that what you believe becomes reality. It really influences your ability to do something. So if you believe that you can't do something, then you really can't do it, because your brain tells your subconscious mind that you can't do it, and that in turn is a regulator on your whole system, on your whole body, on yourself, and you can't do anything that you truly believe that you can't do. So you have to be able to defeat that mechanism by the power of belief, which is really complicated, it's not so complicated so much as it's difficult to change your beliefs, because you can't directly influence your belief. So for example, try and believe right now that pigs can fly. No matter how hard you try, you will not be able to believe that, unless you're already crazy. But really, when you think about it, you can't just believe whatever you want. So you're not actually responsible for your beliefs, or are you? Well, the way that you can influence your beliefs is by using, and I hate to use this self-help term, but affirmations. Basically repeatedly telling yourself something until it becomes seeped into your subconscious and you actually believe it. If you continually do this, and I've talked about faking it till you make it. Some of faking it till you make it is really wrapped up in this. But if you continually do this, what will happen is that over time you will convince yourself that you believe a certain thing, and then you're going to be able to succeed at that thing. So this is actually a concept that, I'm not just a wacko out here telling you to give yourself positive affirmations and then you will believe something and then you will achieve something. It's actually something that if you look at a lot of really popular books and really successful people that have read these books, they're going to point back to this one thing. And I'll give you two books here. The first one is Think and Grow Rich. It's an older book. The title says Think and Grow Rich. Sure, it's a catchy title, but it's a kind of a weird book, but it has a lot of truth to it. And the core to it is this idea that you're basically telling yourself a thing until you believe it. And once you believe that thing, then your brain automatically works to send you on the path to achieve that thing. Another book that's basically the same type of message, but a little bit less metaphysical, a little bit more kind of scientific, is called Psycho-Cybernetics. In fact, that one sounds less scientific, but it is. This book is an older book. It's kind of considered the first self-help book, the kind of landmark one. A lot of golfers use this book. A lot of professional sports athletes do. But it is basically the same idea. And in that book, the author goes through and he basically tells you that your mind is a goal-seeking machine. And he tells you how you can pre-program your mind to seek out those goals. And it all hinges on this idea of belief. If you can make your subconscious believe something to be true, and the way that you do that the author recommends in that book is visualizations, a lot of it, and doing these affirmations, basically seeing the result, seeing the success, convincing yourself it's true. When you do that, then you change your belief, and when you change your belief, then you're more likely to succeed. So, if you've been facing a problem that you just can't seem to conquer, the step that you might need to do is not to keep trying. Obviously, you're going to have to keep trying to succeed, but maybe you need to step back and you need to change your beliefs about a subject. Do you really believe that you can succeed? If not, how can you change your mindset? And it might be as simple as just visualizing what success looks like over and over again and seeing yourself actually succeed at this thing. Or it might be giving those positive affirmations, saying, yes, I can do this. It sounds really cheesy. Believe me, I realize that this sounds cheesy, but it actually works. If you can keep on saying it, if you can keep on telling yourself this thing, then you will actually become that thing. You will actually change your belief, and then you will have success. So I hope that's been helpful to you. It's definitely something that's helped me a lot in my life. I try to remember that and use that. And really, I try to think there's nothing I can't succeed at as long as I'm willing to put in the work and change my beliefs regarding that subject. So if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe here to my YouTube channel. Thanks for everyone that has subscribed and for all the support in doing these videos. Not the easiest thing to do, but I really appreciate it. Give me a comment below. Let me know what you think about this video, and I will talk to you again next week. Take care.